Yo, 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 what's the word, man? Let's talk, man. A lot of stuff going down in politics right now. And definitely want to give my input. I've been so vocal in the politic thing. So I definitely want to give my input about what's been going on in politics. It's definitely been crazy. Let's first just go ahead and let's just first say that. It's definitely been off the chain, and that's on everything. It's been some crazy stuff happening. I think that the back and forth chess match has finally I don't know if this the end. I never call the end in checkmate until the king is checkmate, and we know the king ain't checkmate until he out of the position. But far as the game, the queen has definitely been catching. Put it to you like that. Trump them been fighting them, and as close as we get to who the next president gonna be, as close as we get to what's next, I've been seeing that they have played Trump. First, I want to separate our problem as a people from the United States government because our problem as a people is not a civil rights problem. It's not a United States government problem. It's not their problem. Our problem is uh, a humanity problem, a human problem. I think a problem like what do all the Africans from Angola and the Jews that have problems, they go to the UN. I think that they should be handling our problems. I think we have a human right problem. I think that, you know what I'm saying, our human rights need to be looked at and everything of that nature. But far as what's going on in the United States with the government, with them, you know what I'm saying, and how this shit just went on, I had a lot of questions on. I watched the whole thing. I sat here and I watched from two different news outlets. How you doing, Star Child? I watched from two different news outlets what was going on, and I was actually watching Parler and Rumble. I've been on everything trying to figure this out. I saw Trump first speech when it first went down at the beginning. I saw his speech, and his speech was like, he called out Pence and said he'd been hearing some things, and I just watched Pence just pull the Judah. I just literally watched that. I had like a couple of my questions was if if the beginning of this, I have seen more concerts, more protected than a place that got all of Congress, all the Senates, all of these type of high profile, you know what I'm saying, countrymen, you know what I'm saying, state officials in one place in the Capitol, right? I saw more goddamn security at a strip club than I seen at the Capitol. I feel like even security guards, you know what I'm saying, universal security guard had things unearned more protected than what went on at the Capitol. I think that people should have been across the street behind barricades, seeing that this is high profile. This isn't a joke. This isn't like I can't get in the daily center downtown Chicago, but I can walk straight up on a while protesting everything going on. All these people, whether they good people, whether they white people, whether you say they black people, whatever it is that you think this was about a color thing or whatever. These people supposed to have been behind the barricade across the street. Nobody's supposed to have been on the porch of the goddamn Capitol. Nobody was able. Another thing that I have, all of these people that are seen in these pictures, I want to know the FBI, I want to know CIA, all this technology that they have to catch people, all of this stuff that's going on. We got great video of the people that is busting the windows, busting the glass, jumping in there. People were shot. Why haven't, I'm talking about, don't give me 14 arrests that happened there. Where's the people at the main people that was involved? Where's the guy with the Barracuda outfit? Where's these people? You know what I'm saying? Where's the guy that got the cigar lit sitting at Nancy Pelosi's desk? Where are these people? I'm really disappointed in the United States government because they hurried up so fast and did what they did. They couldn't give it a day. It seemed like the riot was just on time. And what I mean by just on time, right when they want to call Georgia, where they had all the evidence at where the what you call black lady, that's what y'all calling. I'm an American. I'm an American Indian. We know that. So, but let's just call this out because we're talking to different people. Where the colored woman they had all the evidence about her. The one that was telling her, get the Trump supporters and do this, and she holds a seat. And they had all the evidence, the tapes, they had everything. And right when they objected Georgia, right when Georgia was when the objection was called, they asked did they have the signatures. Right when they asked did they have the signatures, he said, no, I don't. I have all the evidence, but I don't have the signatures due to what just happened. Now, you would think because of COVID, you would just think because people are humane. Somebody died right there, got shot in the head right there on the floor at the steps of the Capitol. You would think they would stop this and put this off until tomorrow. It's so much going on. It's so much been breached. We got people stepping down right now because they fearful. Pence personal fucking security shot this lady. It's been a lot of crazy things like, you know what I'm saying? I see that. And I'm still with Trump to the end. If they arrest him, if they do whatever, so what? They arrested plenty of leaders. They killed Malcolm X. They killed plenty of leaders and said that they was doing wrong. They killed Huey P. Newton. So what? He's a rebel. So what? But what did he do but go against the elite? What all other men failed doing. What all other men, and he is but a man. But he tried to go against the corporation and be the boss of the corporation, what we all should be trying to do at this point. Now you got Governor Prisoner and everybody speaking out. You got Lightfoot after she did what she did to us here in Chicago, betrayed us as a people, trying to have tapes on what just happened to a lady being humiliated by CPD, the government, and she tried to hide the tape and then sanctioned the lady. She wants to speak out on Trump, though. We got Governor Prisoner, who's been tax fried in Chicago and Illinois, who you sit up here talking about, oh, there's a Trump Tower in China. I'm sure there's a Hyatt, too. I'm sure there's a Hyatt Regency in every country. I'm sure. And that's Governor Prisoner and his family. So when we talk about things that, whether it was staged or not, I know it was staged. I know it was to discredit the president, regardless of who staged it. It was staged to discredit the president because it did not put the president in a spot where he good. He would like for them to see what Georgia had, what they was doing. That was staged, and it checkmated Trump. It checkmate. We got you off all social media. We got in between a war. We went in Congress. They stopped him from all the information getting out. They stopped that with the letting people in, no security, no police. They stopped that. These people went in. They didn't get the chance to say Georgia. They dismissed that. He didn't get that. We ain't gonna stop until tomorrow. We ain't gonna stop until tomorrow. We not gonna stop and pick this up tomorrow. A lady has died in the Capitol. No, we're gonna get this done tonight. We're gonna get this done tonight. People are getting shot outside. We're gonna get this done tonight. But we scared. There was not only a breach of the safety of all the people, but there was something that I think that was coming from the elite that was testing all the people that was in there. The people that was there for Trump. They ran away. They left out of there. They knew what there was. There was a don't play with us. We'll let these people in here kill everybody. What you think? On the news and blame it on Trump. Don't play with us. Who you with? Imagine going to a place where everybody's against you. I've been there. Everybody's against you. Everybody. Even you had to say Pence did some reckless shit. He just did some reckless shit. He was the head of whatever the fuck that committee was in the House, and he was supposed to say, we'll pick this up tomorrow. Not we're going to dismiss Georgia because they didn't have the time to sign because of everything that went on. I'm sitting up here watching CNN as they paint these people through the door as rioters. Through the door. They didn't call them peaceful protests when they was peaceful. Because the action didn't start until we got up to 2 states away from calling Georgia. That's when the action started. So everything was peaceful before we got 2 states up to objecting Georgia. That's when the issue starts. Right then, got the evidence. We got it right here. We didn't get the signatures because of what happened. Pence, well, that's dismissed. Judas, he just called you out. Trump got on there and made a video, go home. They trying to use this. This doesn't benefit Trump. This don't benefit Trump whatsoever. Do you understand? That means I couldn't have sent them people in there to do that because this don't benefit me. All the Black Lives Matter riot, I seen it go down in Roseland. They brought that shit to my neighborhood where I live, where I stay. They called them people respectfully peaceful protesters while goddamn fire and smoke and debris and people, gunshot wound victims, everything that's going on over here. They called them people peaceful fucking protesters the whole time. They called them people and they try to make it seem like it wasn't no niggas there. Oh yeah, that's what we do. We sure ain't no color folk here. Who's color folks there? Angela Stanton King took a bunch of people. Even Antifa got on the bus and went there. People got the video. It's all out there. Antifa even got on the goddamn bus and went down there. And that was Antifa. Those wasn't no Proud Boys. You didn't hear the Proud Boys. You didn't hear the veterans. The veterans are more stockier if you pay attention. Those little skinny people that always come in with the helmets and the goddamn the vests, and they be coming prepared with the hockey sticks. That's Antifa. No matter what side it is, it's Antifa. This is what they doing. This is what's going on. This is a crazy. My bad. I have to shut my door. Got some family members going upstairs. But this is what's going on. This is what's crazy. It's a lot of questions that should be asked. I'm asking, where's the security? Where's the real security that was supposed to be there? Where's the barricades? We supposed to have been set for the 6th. There was no way that security shouldn't have been at its highest. It should have been helicopters in the sky. We got some real protected people, and we got some real disgusted Americans out here, mad as hell. We don't got the top security out here. We got to get prepared. And how long did you sit on CNN and watch those guys on the side? Watch them on the side in riot gear, sitting on the side, not deploying as the Capitol was being broken into. They call the rioters, the peaceful protesters rioters, but I'm watching the news as Trump told them to leave, and then the police came and stood right in front, and those people just start walking down. It was a selective group. It was a selected group. And while they was busting in the Capitol, you had, goddamn it, Trump supporters out there whooping on their ass. That selective group. That just so happened, can't nobody tell the difference between these people because they just wear solid colors. Red and blue. Up today we're going to wear red. The same people is involved in this shit. And I don't think it has nothing. I don't think that was a win for Trump. I don't think he purposely did that. I think that was a hit from the other side, and the checkmate went, goddamn it, we started blaming it on you, and then we took you off social media so you couldn't say nothing yourself, and now we calling you crazy so you can get your ass out now. I don't know if the game is over. The game ain't over until he actually gets in the seat. So I don't think that the game is over. I don't. The game is not over. But that was a hell of a move. That was a hell of a move. That was a hell of a fucking move right there from the goddamn Democrats. That right there took two high class, that took the knight and the queen at the same goddamn time. That was, I'm talking about, it was step by fucking step. It was step by step. I don't mean to curse. It was step by step. Was it step by step? Right when we about to call Georgia, why were we about to object Georgia? Right when we off the scene. We off the scene. It's something going on. People are leaving. This is a problem. It's an attack. They calling all these people terrorists and all this stuff, and y'all want to act like they was terrorists. Y'all got right back in the building. You telling me there's a pipe bomb. Y'all didn't shut it down for the night and revamp tomorrow? That was fair. That was fair. Maybe the election, maybe you don't feel like the election was rigged or whatever, but that was actually fair. It was fair for those folks to be like, we didn't get the chance to see Georgia. We didn't get the chance to see the signatures. So we can't go in the chambers. We can't discuss this because we don't have the signatures. We don't have everything we need because of what just happened. We would have it, but we don't have everything because of what just happened. And the vice president said, dismiss. Was that fair? Was that anywhere near fair? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. See, a lot of people would say, oh man, these are two big old grown white guys arguing. Man, this is the fate of America. If it all goes down right now, I got to tuck my kids away. I got to get out here and bleed and rub the blood off my head. I got to get out here and fight. This war is bigger than your little bitty, you know what I'm saying, nationality war that you going on with yourself and everybody else. This is bigger than that. Our actual business, which is the United States, is under attack. The business. And with the business being under attack, that's going to bring war to the soil, to all of us. So while you going through your nationality crisis, you can die before any of that go on, before you even figure it out. A lot of people don't want to involve themselves. They study, oh, two black people or colored people or Indians or Moors or goddamn whatever. They want to go in here and take up for white people. No, this is the fate of our country. I don't want to go into slavery for nobody. I don't want to be out here fighting. I don't want to be out here I don't want to lose the privileges that I thought I didn't have this whole time because I was in a mental goddamn box that told me I was just goddamn enslaved. I didn't have this and I have that. And now I got the time to live life and I want to live it. And here you go, ready for the destruction of America. Here you go, not want to understand it, nothing that's going on. Here you go ask for a regular person, I wonder if Vince McMahon from WWF would have ran for goddamn president. Very rich motherfucker. They'd have called him racist and everything. Vince McMahon from wrestling. If he'd have ran for president, what that'd look like for him. And not with them. See, you can come out and you can be a celebrity. You can be on the Schwarzenegger and you can run. And you can be with them. And they fine with that. Come show your face. Hey. Talking about Russian collusion. They're going to rush collusion right there. What is Arnold Schwarzenegger doing? But once you against them, once you try to change shit, that man ain't stood behind nothing but the Constitution. How could you call him a fraud? How could y'all really be mad? Y'all so happy. Look at all the niggas that was behind Trump. I told these niggas. Go on somewhere, man. Go on somewhere, man. Beat it, man. Beat it. Because what's to come next is going to put us in a tighter hole than we was already in. A tighter one. Sit up here fighting all type of things around here. All type of things. All type of things around here. And I'm going to go ahead and put it up. Shout out to Indian Mac. We had some uncertainties. Some little issues. But I just want to let you know ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. Nothing else to be said. Back to the situation at hand. Understand that I come and I talk about the real. I don't just sit in Indian country. I don't sit in Indian. I come to talk about everything. Everything what's at stake. Everything what's going on in my neighborhood and around me, because I take it upon myself to think that that's Indian country. Where I'm at, the soil that I'm on, this is the internet. Indian country is around me. It's where I'm at. It's where I live. I don't want this to us to get bummed. I don't want this to happen. You got to understand, I got family, man. It's not my selfish reasons to want to see white people just slaughter and get and die all over the place, because I know we gonna have to die. I don't want death to my family. I can choose for myself, but that would be but selfish. I want to see whatever people feel like they is, United States citizens, Americans, whatever you want to break it down as. I want to see the people on this soil safe. When the man talked about protecting our borders, that was great. Putting up a wall, he wasn't trying to keep you in this goddamn place. He was trying to keep them out. You talk about sex trafficking, you talk about the Latinos, the immigrant Latinos, not all the Latinos, not the actual, all the Mexicans. We talk about the immigrants, the ones that deal in gangs and come over here illegally. It's been a high trafficking of sex trafficking going on. I get on here and I talk to y'all open my mind up so much to the Catholic Church and all the dangers that the Catholic Church doing. Y'all put me on that. Now we have an issue that's going on in Chicago with Father Flager, who's been running around since 1981 with the kids in our community all over Inglewood doing things. He's a white guy, he's Catholic, and he's in trouble right now for pedophilia. So I know y'all a bunch of smart people. Y'all not. I learned a lot in this. Look, ain't nobody stupid. So I just put it together and took it upon myself to look up all the situations that was going on with sex trafficking, with the Catholic Church. Rolled on and found Boys Town. Saw all of this shit, these priests all over Boston, all over New York, all over Cali, all over everywhere, they going to jail. Priest. Same thing. He got sent from the Roman Catholic Church to be in Inglewood in Chicago and do this. To come here. And he got some allegations from 40 years ago that I know ain't no one-time thing. And you was around our people. And all the fake Democrats that you helped put in office that had their feet on our neck and still continue to have they feet on our neck in Chicago, we dealing with gentrification at its highest. I was so shocked when Mayor Lightfoot spoke out and Governor Pritzker had so much to say. Like they just uncorrupt. Like they just the greatest goddamn politicians in the world. They calling for Trump to get out. We call it for you to get out. We call it for you to get out. What type of situation is this? We need you to get out. We need Chicago to be balanced. We need Republicans and Democrats. We need independent parties. We need somebody else besides the same thing. I can care less who it is, what color it is. Run it right and run it fair. And I guarantee we going to win the race every time. Run it right and run it fair. The people is supposed to be overlooking the race is the government. They ain't been running it right and running it fair. So here's somebody that comes to disturb their problem, which I'm happy with. I don't care what happens, as long as they can feel the pain that I've been feeling over my life here in America, being young, going through the stuff that I'm going through, man. All the stuff that the Democrats did to us, all the money that they gave in the projects and built, and all the land that they took and tore it down, and all the pushing us around our city and our place, and all the bringing the immigrants in, and all the racism that I don't deal with white people unless they police or Democrats, but I do. But I do deal with immigrants, Mexicans slaughtering us. As soon as Black Lives Matter came up here, started them problems with them people in Chicago. Listen to me, I'm here in Chicago. A lot of our people died behind that, and it wasn't on the news. Them Latin Kings killed a pregnant woman. Them 2 6s threw a rod between the brother's mouth and came out his back while he was driving his car. If you don't believe me, look it up. I got the tapes. They beat a guy with a bat so bad he just landed on the ground. He got dreads. They say come past Harlem. All that was for Black Lives Matter, or was that a hate that you really got for us? Because we was just at the bus stops trying to go to work. So you talking about that was the worst thing at the Capitol. That was the worst thing. That was the worst thing to me because that actually touched me. Now you ask me, was Pence and them scared, or is the people that supporting Trump scared and got up out of that Capitol building? Or was Pence and them scared? Well, no Democrats scared. They was ready like they planned it. Ain't not gonna happen to us. Keep it going. Wipe the blood up out there. Don't worry about Americans that's dying, the whole situation. Don't sneak us out the back. Keep this going. Y'all done delayed situations for way less problems than that. Y'all weren't worried about COVID. Y'all weren't worried about the people that was being shot. Y'all weren't worried about nothing. Y'all was worried about hurry up, push, 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 get this. That's bogus. That's bogus, and I'm not stupid, and I'm watching. And that's all I got to say. And no matter if y'all want to make a joke out of it, because I know what's going on in the country as well, you're not the only smartest person in the world. We down here in the streets got what they call street smarts, and I'll take that over motherfucking book smarts any day because that's common sense, and I have that. I have the common sense to watch that news and knew all them people there was not no goddamn over what I done seen in the past 6 months, doing COVID, doing everything, the peaceful protesters that burned down my city, literally right here where I live. Literally right here where I live. Nobody from my community, all my people from my community got in and started taking because they're poor and they tired of being poor. So you might see some Trump supporters that ran up in that Capitol because they ready, but they got played just like we did. Those weren't no goddamn rioters to me that started out with that way. It started out a riot here in Chicago. It started out a riot. And if you go on Chicago protest, you will see that we got a list of protests that's going all the way down for the next 2 weeks, and it's against Trump, all in front of Trump Tower. One went on today. We've been having lists of protests. Protests are being okayed, and they literally call those people at the Capitol looters. We begged them to tell them that the looters were the people that was running around stealing shit out of our neighborhoods. We begged them to use the word looters. We begged for protection from our own people. But they called the people that ran in the Capitol that didn't steal shit, that was just on bullshit, trying to delay the time frame so we wouldn't see Georgia or the objection to Georgia, or they wouldn't meet in the chambers about Georgia. So they was just trying to, hey, you see me, guys? Hey, it's a breach. You got a security running with a baton in the fucking Capitol. How fucking embarrassing. How fucking embarrassing. Talking about deploy the National Guard. We begged for the National Guard to be deployed here in Chicago, here in other places, and not even because of Black Lives Matter, because of situations before that. We still begging for some help. Checkmate. You set up the speech, right, Trump? You set up the speech. They knew it was going to be a crowd. They paid those to intervene and told them exactly what to do. Question 2, wasn't no security. That shit's supposed to have been pushed back across the street, 100 feet away from the goddamn Capitol's porch. No matter if they was good or they was bad. Supposed to be pushed away. It wasn't. Low security. Took so long. Go to CNN and watch CNN. It took so long for them National Guard or them police from the other counties to even get intervene. Took so long for them to even intervene. They were supposed to be there. Everything. They let this happen. Trump, you set the meeting up and they checkmated you out the meeting. Now they're saying, I heard out your mouth that you said that it wasn't going to be. You said, Trump, that it wasn't going to be. You would never concede power. But right after they erase you off social media, they're saying that there's going to be a peaceful transition. Now, I don't know if the transition means it goes to their hand or if you transitioning yourself peacefully. Who knows? But I know right now that was a checkmate move. That was a move from the elite, and it was a checkmate. It was a checkmate. If you don't see that, it was a checkmate. They played you. Right? We'll be back to talk about Georgia. Hey, they coming in. Somebody shot. Let's keep it going. Wait a few hours. Now everybody get up out of here. Everybody else gone. They scared. We ain't got nobody to sign these paperwork. We're going to keep it moving. Right on time. Right on cue. Then we're going to blame this shit all on Trump once it's over. We're going to declare Biden president. We're going to blame this shit all on Trump. And then we're going to erase him from social media so he can't say nothing. And we're going to talk about how this is the most disturbing time ever that went down in history. Which this will go down in history. You motherfuckers killed Pence security killed somebody in the Capitol. Pence security killed somebody in the Capitol. That's going to go down in history, yes. But it's bogus to blame Trump. You didn't blame the founders of Black Lives Matter over everything that went on here. Alicia Garza is not in jail. The 3 mixes are not in jail. The man is that found one of the founders of Black Lives Matter has been in jail for sex trafficking. If you don't believe me, look it up. None of these Black Lives Matter people is in jail for the chaos that somebody else caused, regardless if they was representing them or not. You didn't blame them. You didn't blame the Democrats for me going on here typing in Antifa. Then it pops up. It's over there. Antifa did so much damage out here. None of the Democrats were jailed. Larry Hoover was jailed. Jeff Forrest was jailed. Walter Wheat was jailed plenty of the time. People were killed. Huey P. Newton. But y'all blame this on Trump. So you can add him with us because that's how they keeping it. You can add him with us because that's how they did him. They did him like they blamed all the black, what you call black, colored Americans, Indians. They blamed all of us, our leaders. They went after our leaders and booked them. They going after Trump, ain't they? Did they go after the Black Lives Matter leaders? Did they go after Democrat leaders? Did they go after the leaders who are in charge of these groups? No. Are they going after the leaders of the people who led them people in the Capitol? I don't see them. Where's the dude that's wearing the Barracuda outfit? Why he ain't in jail? Where's the rest of them goddamn movie Netflix motherfucking actors? Why they ain't in jail? I'm talking about nationwide. What you just like goddamn Amber Alert. Send it to my phone. Have you seen these guys? They left here. We supposed to have all type of intelligence out there. Come on. Cameras. They got cameras set up in the middle of Walmart, in the middle of the parking lot, with the light flashes. Y'all ain't got these cameras set up around the Capitol today. Ask yourself these questions, man. Just right in time, right when y'all was about to call Georgia. You blaming this on Trump, but this don't benefit Trump whatsoever. It don't benefit him. What does this benefit him? They got cops and shout out to Brian. They got cops actually. I done seen pictures of cops actually literally pictures of cops taking pictures with the looter, with what they call it the looters, the actual small group, the small group of Antifa, the small group. Because if you really look at that situation, I did a live. I was literally watching the news and I was like, "Where's this?" You got the goddamn guy, the goddamn broadcaster, the news broadcaster. He's out there. He's out there trying to act like it's just so much devastation around. He's out there, oh God, and they almost hit in the head with the flag, and oh my God, and people are just moving. They're just walking away. You came in. I'm a regular citizen. I'm a regular person, a regular citizen of the United States, whether I got a social, whatever. I'm here. I'm a regular person, and I'm watching this. I'm watching this. A regular worker, a regular person from the hood. Call me what you want to call me, but I'm watching this, and nowhere you can't pull stupid over a person's head. You can't. You can't. That just it was just right on time. Like, do you got the signatures for Georgia? No, because of what just happened. Judas. Not Pence supposed to be the real vice president. He's supposed to say, we're not going to continue on with this today. Lives are in jeopardy. People are hurt. We'll pick up on this tomorrow. That motherfucker really was Judas. And Trump called it out. He called it out. He said this would happen. He said, I don't know about you. I hope you would do the right thing. What was the right thing? Letting this go into tomorrow. That would have been a perfect thing. That would have been a perfect thing. But no. Now, you telling me that they trying to arrest Trump and do all this? Yeah, they trying to put something on him now. And yeah, I understand that in the beginning they spent $48 million to try to find out if Trump had anything going on with 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 with, with um with Russia, to find out if Trump had anything going on. They spent $48 million. They've been taping phone calls, they've been doing everything, and they haven't found Trump to be guilty of any of these things. And I know that because Trump said it out his own goddamn mouth. He said, if I spent $1 million on you, Joe, remember when the FBI and all of them went after Trump? What did they find? Y'all steady talking about conspiracy. What did they find? $48 million worth of goddamn investigation. What did they find? Nothing. Tried to impeach him twice. Now you're gonna try to slander his name because you have nothing. So it's tainting and destroying his character and who he is. You've been trying to do this all of this since day one, and I've been watching. I tell people all the time, like my boy Lucius told me, go back to the first inaugurational speech, and you will see exactly what this is about. You will see exactly what this is about. It's about color to the people that's on the bottom. Because the people that's on the bottom have to eat the crumbs that's left. So it's about colors down here because they don't want to, everybody eat the crumbs. Understand that. And I'm glitching. They're on to me. Everybody want to eat the crumbs. So it's always about color to us. But it's not supposed to be that way with the United States government. It's supposed to be set up around the people for the people. But when it broke down into communities, into areas, it's about colors, it's about status, it's about all of that because everybody got to eat from the crumbs. But when are the people that's eating from the crumbs going to come together and overturn what is happening here? Really going to be involved. That is, whether you put it to it or not, them people going in the Capitol, whether it was set up or not, that's how we supposed to be involved. This is a place that's made for us and by us, the people, the Capitol. We should have had seats in there. Should have did this at one of the empty football stadiums. We're tired of, we're going to go in the chambers and make a decision. No, we want to be there in the chambers too. Stop hiding from the people. We want to see everything at this point. Because everything you can sit up here and call a conspiracy that went on, that went on with Trump. Everything we out here calling a conspiracy that went on, everything ain't a conspiracy. I watch it for myself. Nancy Pelosi really is dirty. And who keep voting Nancy Pelosi in? I think we need to be in charge and vote who's the House Speaker, not them, because we don't want Nancy Pelosi nowhere involved in anything. You think that there's nothing going on before Trump even got in office? You want to say Trump stole oil and Trump. Tell them to give the gold back to Gaddafi there. Tell Hillary Clinton to give the gold back. Where is Hillary Clinton? Where has she been? She's been so vocal. All in goddamn Putin business in Russia. All in goddamn Gaddafi then got him killed, took his gold. Beat up Saddam, then got him. You were so vocal. Where are you now? In the field, in the back, trying to use these Democrats who are in the front to clear your name and your story. But I know you're paying for Trump's downfall. I would too if I were you. Situations. And no matter how the man try to fight what's going on, because I would too if I was just a regular person and I seen what's going on. Can't you understand they would dig stuff up from when I was 4 years old at Christmas and I opened my gifts early? They will dig it up if you hate it. They will slander you. This is nothing new to us. They will mess your legacy up. They will mess your name up if you stand against what they call the elite. Standing against them is dangerous. Trump has played the most dangerous game that ever could be played in the world. Trump has exposed the media. Trump is legendary. Understand that. Understand that. Forever. But they're going to tarnish his names in the history books because those who control the history books write what they want. I continue to tell people all the stuff that's going on with what y'all consider black people has nothing to do with politics. I believe that what you call black people problem is a human rights problem, not civil rights problem, a human rights problem. I think that the UN should be dealing with our issue. They deal with the Jews. They deal with the Africans. They got involved. It's a human rights problem. And they've been doing a great job in America of keeping that hidden while we just do the old Sambo and smile. Has nothing to do with these politics or how it's supposed to be ran. This is as close as the realest we're going to get until one of our own get up there and run and really change the things. And be prepared. Be prepared for the slander. Be prepared for the problems. Be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared for what's coming. Because everybody know what's coming. These next 2 weeks. And I'm talking about I'm talking about, was it on cue? I'm talking about now they jump straight off of him being off of Facebook and Instagram and jump right into he's mentally insane. He can't stand up or do this. He needs to be removed now. Now. Because the last thing comes now is not conceding power. That's the last checkmate move Trump has. He does not have to concede power. Understand that. He asked you in that speech, he said, I hope Pence do the right thing. I've been hearing things, but if he don't, then that was followed by a few sentences. Then came out, I'm not conceding power to the people who rigged and stole the election. They used COVID as an emergency to outweigh the Constitution. It sounds like a Democrat game because I'm here in this city to where they charge my people with things and they don't never use the Constitution. No, they use policies. So this is the game of a Democrat. which we're not involved in the Democrat Party. We should be involved. If we feeling like we liberals or we this, why we're not involved, but when they come and ask us for questions, I'm talking about they've been so nice to us. My people, they've been so nice to us. Haven't they been nice? Peaceful protesters, we just stealing this shit. We just got shit. Hey, you with the TV. Hey, peaceful protesters. All right, guys, yeah, this is for Breonna Taylor, man. Don't worry about it. Look at that guy. He just shot 2 people down the street. He's a peaceful protester. These peaceful protesters are meeting. You got your right to come out and protest. Everybody on the other side, they stealing my stuff. These are looters. These are looters. These are looters. But they came right out. These are rioters. That instant second, soon as Fox News came on, they didn't say, hey, it's peaceful around. Them motherfuckers, those are rioters. And they're out here right now rioting. Oh my, I'm talking about they ducking like they in Baghdad. I'm just looking. I went live. I'm like, look at this goddamn reporter act like he's in the worst place in America. When I literally watch Antifa and Black Lives Matter, Kyle and them shoot people in the middle of the street. God, I really watch police stations being burned down, courthouses in Kenosha being burned down, and you calling this the worst problem. I'm happy when it comes to you that this is all the worst problem that American has seen over the past 6 months. We done seen it all. That wasn't nothing. We was happy. We was able to watch that on TV and not be involved. I don't know what this revolution thing was supposed to. All since we've been here, all since the Negro been trying to tell y'all that we the American Indian, this our land, and we just want to be treated right on the land. We just want what's owed to us. That's it. Somehow, the white woman, the gay people, and black women that got put alone, which I call black women, they got put alone, and the woman has put her Gucci heel over the lines of revolution. And it made everybody come in with their feelings. And this is no longer about us. No. This is about immigrants. This is about everybody but us and our rights that we've been fighting for 3, 4, 5, 250, I don't know, hundreds of years. Before I got here and before I was born, I can tell you, it's been going on for equal treatment. Now you're going to skip me, make it a feminist thing, make it a gay thing, make it a. And that's what it's about. We got played and we got used. And at one time, we should be able to come out to say, don't play with us. We're being used. Y'all never be this nice on the news, ever been this nice. The past 6 months in the beginning of the last year of Trump, you guys have been very careful with what you say and how you treat us. And I never knew we were that viable. I never, like, being me is like privileged right now. I would go smack a motherfucker right now and they probably don't do nothing. Now, the election almost over, so they might beat your ass. You got 2 more weeks. Then your ass getting thrown out the car. Like every year. They really needed you this year. They called up on you this year because they really needed you. Situations. I just want to let y'all know I'm be coming back with some hot shit. You know what I'm saying? Be coming back with some news. I have no beef or no problems with no brothers. Slide in, holler at me. I'll do the same. If you know me, exchange my number with those who want to reach out to me. There's no problem with hitting you up about any problems or any situation that might have got carried away. That is not the aim of what I got going on in Indian country. Animosity is not my aim with nobody. I came in this shit to be a peaceful brother and to change my life and be peaceful. And now I am going to be that. This is Trap Biz. That was news of what's going on in politics coming straight from the streets and how we feel from down here. And yes, we feel just like Trump feel. We got treated. But we know this all so well. We know this all so well. So we are not alarmed. We're just waiting on the next move. And I keep telling everybody, watch the stocks. Watch the stocks. When the money start going down, America has a problem. That's what you watch now, because everything's been great. Everything's been great. When America stocks start falling and the money start falling, that's when we have the problem. And everything's been great since Trump been in there. Remember that. Remember that. Remember, you chose this. Remember, this is what you want. You chose to hate somebody, not because of what they said, but because of the color of their skin. And the actual people who made you hate the people because of the color of their skin was actually the same color. You remember that. Travis. And we out.